Chelsea chances of signing Benjamin Sesko have been dealt a massive blow by the news that the striker is going to sign a new contract and stay at RB Leipzig for at least one more year. The Blues had been among the clubs chasing the talented forward, and will now be forced to return to their long list of options. Another aspect in this is the release clause in Sesko's contract, which was partly what made him such an appealing target this summer, that could be raised or removed entirely, giving Leipzig far more bargaining power next year. The BBC report that despite interest from all over, the Slovenia striker set to face England at the Euros in a couple of weeks, will sign a new deal to continue developing in the Bundesliga, where he scored 14 goals in 31 games last season. This is a surprising outcome without doubt. Most people were on the stage of deciding which interested club Sesko would end up at, and the chances of him staying at Leipzig felt very slim. But the striker is clearly confident in his abilities and his potential to get even better this season with another year of development under his belt. It's interesting to see where this leaves the plans of Chelsea and various other teams battling for Sesko's signature. Players like Victor Osimhen were looking a lot less appealing because of their exorbitant price compared to the Slovenian, but that playing field has now been leveled. The teams who needed a striker still need one, and may be forced to look further down their list now. Players like Osimhen and Ivan Toney, who had fallen out of fashion and favour, can now come back with a bang. The 21-year-old had been a top target for both London clubs as they seek to try and reinforce their front lines. Manchester United were also interested. After Sesko managed a strong end to the season, with 7 goals in his last 7 Bundesliga games, his initial release clause of £43 million is thought to have risen to £55 million. That didn't put the interested teams off though, with a fight to bring the forward to the Premier League hotting up. However, despite some suggestions already this summer that Sesko would turn down a big offer from Leipzig, it is now reported that he will be staying in Germany. Romano says that Sesko will now have a gentleman's agreement with Leipzig over a future exit. It suggests that the player could be on the move in just 12 months' time. That still comes as a blow to Arsenal and Chelsea as they aim to boost their attacking departments. Chelsea's below-par performances this season have strongly been attributed to a lack of a focal point up front, and Brentford's Ivan Toney has been viewed by many as the answer to the Blues' concerns. B's boss Thomas Frank even admitted that despite holding onto the England forward in January, it will be an uphill battle to keep him at the club beyond the summer transfer window. It is relatively obvious that Ivan Toney will probably be sold this summer, Frank admitted. It can be expensive to sell your best player, but conversely I also know that this summer he only has 1 year left on his contract with us. We also know what he is worth. I don't think there are many strikers in the world who are better than him right now. Arsenal and Tottenham have also been credited with an interest in Toney. The financial position concerning Mauricio Pochettino's outfit may put them at a disadvantage, with Chelsea needing to be mindful of the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules. However, offering one or more players in exchange for Toney would help keep the costs down and unload some wages in the process. Here, Express Sport has taken a look at 3 players who could make the short trip from Stamford Bridge to the Brentford Community Stadium. If Toney is to depart Brentford as expected, then he would leave a big hole to fill up front. Their summer priority will be to replace the talisman, and Armando Broja could help ease some of the concerns. Currently on loan at another West London team in Fulham, Chelsea were willing to sell Broja outright in January and would likely be open to including him in negotiations for Toney, especially with another forward going in the opposite direction. Chelsea valued their Albanian striker at £50 million in January, but that asking price gradually decreased. He could considerably bring Toney's fee down and ensure that all parties are satisfied after trading forwards. David Dartro Fofana has started his second loan spell of the season with a bang, bagging twice and getting an assist in his first 2 appearances for Burnley, both coming off the bench. Should Broja opt against a move to Brentford or vice versa, Chelsea have another young forward getting experience in the Premier League in Fofana. Burnley's top-flight future is far from secure, and if they were to get relegated it could open the door for another potential loan move, sweetening any deal that brings Toney to Chelsea. Chelsea are not entertaining the prospect of selling defender Levi Colwill in the summer transfer window. Football London understands. The 21-year-old Cobham graduate extended his contract at Stamford Bridge less than 12 months ago, and the club see him well and truly in their long-term plans. Colwill is contracted with Chelsea until the summer of 2029 after putting pen to paper last August. Back then, Colwill was the subject of interest from Liverpool and Brighton, with the latter understood to have multiple bids turned down by Chelsea for the England international. While there is nothing on Brighton's interest nowadays, it is understood Liverpool do remain keen on bringing the defender to Anfield. Bayern Munich, too, are interested in signing Colwill. The Bavarian club now managed by Vincent Kompany following Thomas Tuchel's departure, are looking to bring in a new centre-back but remain in talks with Bayer Leverkusen over a move for Jonathan Tah. Colwill, though, has been sounded out as a possible alternative should they not be able to settle on a fee with the German champions for Tah. Chelsea are determined to keep hold of the defender, and there are no indications from the player's side that he wants to leave Stamford Bridge this summer. After signing a new contract in August 2023, Colwill spoke of his deep love for the club he has grown up at. He said, "It's always been an easy decision. As I've grown up, all I've known is Chelsea. While Chelsea are willing to sell some of their academy graduates in the summer to raise money, that is not the case with Colwill." Understands co-sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart remain big admirers of Colwill and see him in the club's plans for many years to come. With Enzo Maresca coming in, with his possession-based ideology, someone of Colwill's skill set seems perfect for the Italian coach. The English defender is very comfortable while in possession, and his diagonal passing across the pitch is one of his most effective attributes. The 2023-24 season, however, was a mixed bag for Colwill. He spent the majority of 30 appearances in all competitions at left back, a position that he can play but it does not come natural to him. Sporting CP striker Victor Gyökeres has responded to speculation linking him with a move to Chelsea. The Blues have been heavily linked with potential new additions throughout the January transfer window. Manager Mauricio Pochettino is yet to add any new additions to his squad but does have until the deadline on February 1st to complete any deals. Striker has been the area of the squad that has seen the most intense speculation at Chelsea since the transfer window first opened. Nicholas Jackson is currently on international duty with Senegal at the Africa Cup of Nations and is set to be unavailable for the next few weeks. As a result, Chelsea continue to be linked with adding a striker to their squad before the transfer window closes. Gyökeres is one of those players apparently of interest to the Blues. It was reported by Portuguese news outlet Record that Chelsea was preparing an €85 million, £73 million bid for the striker. However, Football London understands that there is no interest in bringing Gyökeres to Stamford Bridge from the club. Despite this stance, Gyökeres has still been asked about the possibility of a move to the Premier League. The striker left Coventry City to sign for Sporting last summer in a deal reportedly worth £20 million. "I don't think anything about it," Gyökeres told Sport TV, via Ojogo, on Thursday when asked about the rumours linking him with a move to Chelsea. "I'm here and we have important games, I'm focused on that. There's a lot of talk on social media and other places, but I'm not focused on that. I don't think about anything else. I'm here now and I'm 100% focused on this and the club." "Yes, but it's far from over," Gyökeres added when asked if he was in the best form of his career. The striker has scored 22 goals in 25 appearances for Sporting since his move from Coventry last summer. "We can't enjoy it too much, but it's been good so far," Gyökeres added. "We're playing well as a team.